Hey guys, it's Yaya and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm partnered with OSLOVE Organics to bring you guys a vegan lotion. I will be utilizing key ingredients from OSLOVE Organics as well as other ingredients to combat skin irritation. So that's going to be the main focal of this video. So let's jump right in, okay? So starting off with the water phase, we have some distilled water, glycerin, xanthan gum, and also some colloidal oatmeal. Colloidal oatmeal is just basically the grains of the oat that has been finely ground into like powder, and then you can mix it into multiple formulations. This ingredient is known to heal itchy, dry, irritated skin, eczema, psoriasis, and other irritations of the skin, okay? So what we're gonna do is put that aside, and first we're gonna work on our xanthan and glycerin mixture. This is gonna create like a slurry, and this is gonna be the thickening part of our lotion, okay? We're gonna have some other ingredients later on that also will help with thickening, but this is what we do first. We're just mixing in the xanthan gum with the glycerin, and then we're gonna add that to the distilled water. It's gonna become like a gel, because xanthan gum is a gelling agent as well, but it also can be used as a thickener in emulsions. So that's what we're doing here. So it's going to start off as a gel, but once we heat it up and mix it in with our oil phase, you're going to see that that jelliness kind of goes away, and it's just going to be utilized as a thickener. So I hope that is not confusing. So as you can see, we're starting to get some gelling here, but you can see there's still some pieces of xanthan gum that have not been fully hydrated. This can take some time, but as a tip to help get that process going, you can use a little mixer or something to have more of a high shear mixing that will help the xanthan gum to go ahead and hydrate faster. Okay, so that's just a tip. All right, now that the xanthan gum has hydrated, we have a gel. I have a video that talks a little bit more about xanthan gum as a gelling agent if you would like to watch that as well. But for now, if you were to let this sit, it will turn clear, but we're not worried about that because it's just a thickening agent, okay? So we're gonna put this aside as well as the colloidal oatmeal for now, and we're gonna focus on our oil phase, and we're gonna come back to this later, okay? My main focus for the oil phase was ingredients that were less greasy. I wanted a nice lotion to give a very powdery, dry feel, okay? So when I say dry, I don't mean like the lotion is going to make your skin dehydrated. I mean dry as in it's not leaving an oily residue on your skin, okay? So I'm utilizing oils like kukui oil and emulsifying waxes like the olive emulsifying wax that absorbs super fast in the skin and allows for you to use large amounts of water with a small amount of oil, but still get a very stable emulsion. That's very rare when it comes to emulsifiers. So this is one reason why I love emulsifying wax. I'm also utilizing Kokum Butter and Illipe Butter. You guys know I love these butters. They are super lightweight and they absorb super fast in the skin, leaving a non-greasy feel. So if you're looking for butters that have less greasy feel, Kokum and Illipe Butter are on the top of the list. To finish off our oil phase, I'm using Cetyl Alcohol as an additional thickening agent. I'm also using Lauryl Laurate. This is going to add slip. It's also going to increase that dry powdery feel that I was talking about. So it basically is going to decrease the lotion and make sure it's not going to be oily and give you this light, beautiful lotion, okay? Last but not least, I'm using a plant-based squalane that is derived from olive oil. This ingredient mimics the sebum of the skin, and it's going to allow for other ingredients to penetrate more easily. It's going to give you some awesome moisture and softening properties and soothe irritation. All right, so that's it for the oil phase. Now we can bring these two together, but first I have to finish the water phase. We're going back to the colloidal oatmeal, but first we're going to heat up the water phase. So I got me a pot with just a little bit of water, and I'm going to place the oil phase into the pot to melt down, and I'm also going to place the water phase in there as well, and I just want to bring that temperature up so that the colloidal oatmeal will be able to dissolve more easily. I allowed that to sit for maybe a good 15 minutes. I don't think it took too long at all, and then I just removed them from the pot. Now be very careful, you guys, especially if you're using beakers. The bottom part is hot, but the top is not. So I know you guys see me and have talked about me grabbing things that are hot, you know, but it's definitely not hot at the top at all. It's hot at the bottom. At any rate, just always be safe, you guys, and make sure you have some protection for yourself when you're working with these ingredients, working with heat, any appliances. Just be careful, okay? All right, so moving on, now that our water phase is heated up, we're going to add our colloidal oatmeal, and we're going to try to mix that in. Like I said, I did have difficulties with it dissolving, but that's okay. It just took a little longer, and if you have an immersion blender, it's going to be nothing to get this dissolved. If you do not have an immersion blender, then yes, it's going to be very difficult for this to be uniform, and you want it uniform because you want a silky smooth lotion, okay? So I would definitely recommend an immersion blender or some kind of high shear mixing appliance in order to get the colloidal oatmeal to completely dissolve and be unified in the lotion, okay? All right, so we finally got a completed water phase, and it actually does look like oat milk, which is so funny. I love it. It just looks great. As you can see, it took a little longer for us to get a completed water phase this time. Usually we have all the ingredients that we need up front, but that's not always the case when formulating, okay? Another thing that I really love about the oil phase here is that the oils are still melted even though we've been working on the water phase. This is one benefit of oils and butters and waxes with low melting points, because they won't solidify as quickly. Like if I was using BTMS 50, this would have been solidified, okay? So the olive emulsifying wax just definitely gives you more time to kind of work with other things that you need to work on, other parts of the formulation if you need to, okay? So yeah, we're gonna just blend that in with our immersion blender, and look how beautiful it is. So milky, right? A little bit more about the olive emulsifying wax compared to other emulsifiers is that you can use high amounts of water and still get a stable, smooth emulsion. Now, there are some formulations, if you're using an emulsifier and you have, 90% water and only 10% of an oil phase, it's probably not going to be stable. It will end up separating, or the oil is clearly sitting on top of the water or something like that, or it's just not mixing well. This is what happens when you have an emulsifier that doesn't work well with a lot of water. The olive emulsifying wax definitely helps with that. Now that our emulsion is complete, we're going to let it sit and cool down and thicken. We're going to go ahead and prepare our other additives, our preservative, and I also have some beautiful fragrance oils that I wanted to use for this lotion. I had oatmeal and honey. It smells beautiful, and I paired that with a vanilla fragrance oil, and it smells beautiful, you guys, okay? I'm also going to be adding some vitamin E, pure vitamin E oil from OSLOVE Organics. This is just going to help further protect the product and keep it from oxidizing, okay? And now, to be fully transparent, the lotion did not thicken as much as I preferred it to be. It will thicken, but I wanted it even thicker, so I added an additional 1% solution of xanthan gum. If you refer back to the beginning when we added the xanthan gum to the glycerin and mixed it together, create that slurry, that's what I did. I had a 1% solution and then added it into the lotion. So yeah, I can make more videos that actually show you how to thicken a finished product, okay? So once you got the consistency to your liking, then you can go ahead and add in your preservative, your vitamin E, and your fragrance that you prepared earlier and set aside, okay? What I usually do is add just a tiny bit of the finished product into that mixture and just mix it up all together, just to make sure that the preservative is not going to destabilize the product and that it is at a safe temperature to add these ingredients, okay? Depending on what preservative you use, you just want to be very careful, okay? I am testing out a new preservative, and as you guys know, I have been testing out preservatives for a while now, and I do have a video coming up on preservatives. I've just been doing a lot of research, a lot of testing, so that I can give you guys the best information possible, okay? In the perfect world, you would add the product into the container while it is still a little looser than this, okay? But in the meantime, you know, if you have to find a way, a solution to make it happen, you just have to do that, okay? So I got a funnel and I got my stirring rod and I just pushed it down until the bottle was full, okay? You have just made a vegan lotion. What do you think? What do you think? Do you guys like this recipe, this formulation? What would you change? What would you not change? Would you give it a try? Let me know in the comment section down below. You know I love hearing from you guys. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. This is the only way you'll be able to keep up with new videos that I am putting out. And of course, hit that subscribe button for more videos. And if you have any requests, feel free to email me, let me know. You can follow me on Instagram and all that good stuff to get in contact with me, okay? To finish up, I'm adding a thermal label. This is just for fun, it's extra. I do have a video if you'd like to know how I make these. This is a temporary label. I would not use this for business purposes. Also, those of you interested in trying this formulation, I have 3 extra bottles and they will be on the website under the DIY testers. Make sure you read all the tabs so you can know all the information about this program, okay, before you purchase. Once they're sold out, even if they're still in your cart, okay? So make sure you read up on that if you would like to try this product out. Depending on the demand, I could definitely do some more, but the bottles, the gorgeous bottles, are very hard to obtain, okay, you guys? It's not easy. So just let me know if you guys want more and I will put more on the website. But for now, there are only 3. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. I want to thank OSLOVE Organics once again for sponsoring this video and sponsoring the 3 oat milk vegan lotions that are the DIY testers on the website right now. So thank you guys. Go check them out down in the description box below for all your DIY needs, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. You know what I've done in the past. Still you say you and I, we can last.